Hello and welcome to Behind the Books. In the second episode, we're going to talk about book number 2 in the Shepherd Security series, Operation Recruited Angel. Hello, this is Sisters Romance author Margaret K, and it's awesome to be doing book number 2 in the second episode of Behind the Books. So my daughter previews the videos for me and gives me constructive criticism, and she's been telling me that at the beginning of the videos, I sound a little flat. And it takes me a couple of seconds to get into the groove and be my normal self when I'm speaking. It's not the easiest thing in the world. I find myself tripping over my tongue even though I know what I want to say. Incidentally, my lovely daughter, that is her back on the cover of book number 2, Operation Recruited Angel. And the male model, his name is Craig. You'll see his information in the back of my books that he's on the cover of. He is a fitness trainer, a personal trainer, and a fitness model. I worked out with him for about a year, and he got me into really great shape. He's a very engaging person, and I've really enjoyed being able to have him on several of my covers. Incidentally, he has also found me several other of my cover models. Whenever we were getting ready to do another cover shoot, I would call up Craig and ask him if he had any clients that were in amazing shape and would like to be on the cover of one of the books. In book number 1, we met the characters, we met the agency. And in book number 2, I wanted to be careful that I really explained what the agency did and what it looked like from a new recruit coming on from an onboarding point of view. I also, in deciding to have that to be Cooper's story, he had to fall hard and he had to break every rule in the book. And that was because of how down on Jackson he was, wanting to fire him after Jackson and Angel got together. So not only did I make Cooper the training officer, so him fraternizing with Madison was a big no-no. I also made Madison an officer and Cooper was enlisted. Had they been active duty, that would have been a very big no-no as well. So I wanted to make sure that he fell hard, and I wanted to make sure that he broke as many rules as he possibly could to kind of bring him down a peg from him really getting down on Jackson in the first book. I also wanted to show a range of what the agency did in different cases. So that's why there were 3 different cases in that story. The other thing that I wanted to tell you as well about the storyline is that since my daughter was going to be on the cover, I let her name the character, Madison. I knew it was going to be Miller for the last name. However, she got to name the first name of it. And here's a screenshot that shows Operation Recruited Angel at number 24 on Amazon's top 100 bestsellers list. That was where it rose to. I am going to be giving the book away for free, Operation Recruited Angel, for 5 days on Amazon. I believe it's in May or April that I have with that swap that I'm doing with the 11 other military romance authors. And at the end of book 2, Operation Recruited Angel, I set it up for the beginning of Operation Dark Angel, book number 3, which is Anthony Razor Garcia's story. So now I want to give you a little sneak peek into my new book that I'm writing, That First Year. So this one, a lot of you have said that you will give it a try just because I've written it, and I really appreciate that. But I want to give you a little bit of an inkling what it's about. That First Year is actually 4 stories in one. It is the story of love, loss, family, and resiliency with hope, tears, and laughter. It centers on the Laramie family. Elise Laramie is a 50-year-old mother of 3 adult children. This story chronicles their lives during that first year after the unexpected death of her husband. We all know that family relationships can be difficult, to say the least. There's different sibling relationships, different expectations, and different assumptions about relationships that people have. So I try to touch on those in this story in a heartfelt way, as well as with some humor. For any of you that have been lucky enough that you haven't lost a loved one, a husband or a sibling or a child, that first year can be so hard. There's the first year, the first of everything, the first Christmas, the first Thanksgiving, the first birthday, the first anniversary, all of the important days that you celebrate through the year. There's a first in missing those days with the person that's no longer there. Besides this being Elisa's story, this is also Claire's story. Claire is the oldest daughter in the family. She also has followed in her father's footsteps career-wise, and she works with him. So she is the closest to him of any of the children. And she probably feels the loss the most out of any of them, including her mom. She's married with 2 children, and from the outside, everything looks like she has the perfect life. Unfortunately, during that first year, things get a little rocky for her. Cade is the middle child. He has very complex relationships with both of his siblings, both of his sisters. His father's death hits him much differently than it hits Claire, his older sister. Kelsey is the youngest in the family. She's just getting ready to graduate college when her father passes away, and his passing hits her in a much different way as well. Once sure what she wanted out of life, she's really not so sure at that point, and she's got to find footing in her new adult life. Yes, that first year is not like anything I've ever written in the past. It's definitely not military romance. There's no action adventure, but what there are very well-defined characters and very close, intimate, intricate relationships between them. And it portrays their lives, different people they come in contact with in different situations that they have to face in this new world without their father and her husband in it. So I hope that you will give this new book a try, even though it's not what you're used to from me. So, readers, this is going to wrap up the second episode of Behind the Books. But if you've liked this video and you like hearing about Behind the Books, I'd ask you that you please hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. All it does is let you know if there's a new video available, and it helps this channel out. I'm trying to grow the Sisters Romance YouTube channel. I'll use it for quite a few different things is my plan. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you enjoyed this. Goodbye until next time.